Now, Cal, this is not the circumstantially ideal moment to have a flare-up of your bone-chilling separation anxiety. As you know, the most faithful of our viewers, and that means both of them, will be here any minute, and we don't want them to see you in such a state. I have been told in the past by reliable, interestingly a word without a Y in it, sources/resources in the pseudo-online medical community that separation anxiety is not something which can be just turned off and on, but rather that it is also something which can be mediated through practice of gradual exposure to separation, consistent routines, and goodbye rituals, keeping busy during periods of separation, attempting to challenge negative thoughts using cognitive behavioral techniques, the use of relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, acupuncture, or yoga, and the encouragement of independence and the celebration of small successes in managing separation. That, such as right now, bouncing up and down in the water is something we both know you enjoy, and there is considerably less blood than acupuncture, which leads me to a very, very, very important bleeding question, to which, insofar as and under Sabova, perhaps we can obtain a definitive answer by means of this certain anonymous smart someone we can ask. Now, can cows be hemophiliacs/AIGF?
Yes, cows can be hemophilics. Lactose deficiency, a form of hemophilia, has been recognized in Holstein cattle and is inherited as an autosomal recessive trait.
Now that is quite sad and quite dangerous. Speaking of sadness of which I speak, this reminds me of one of the videos Cow and I watched, sort of, whilst we were discussing, debating, thumb wrestling over plans for today's spine-tingling episode. We, watched a video which YouTube's all-powerful and all-knowing algorithm recommended to us. This video by Parallax, don't ask, I can't vouch for him, was entitled Iscal's, no apostrophe denoting possession, new response to Hermitcraft is capital C crazy, ellipsis. Cow and I watched exactly 17 seconds worth? Yeah, well, of said video before Cow clicked in a very spasmodic, unbovine-like gesture on a video by Mateo Lane. It was entitled Dinosaurs - Mateo Lane and Nick Smith - I Never Liked You, no punctuation, EP, no punctuation 58, which begins with one of these guys, I don't know, I can't vouch for them, the wiry one, not the little Mario one who should perhaps maybe cool it with the bicep curls. I had a seemingly off-pitch tone of voice saying something which made me think there was a grasshopper in my ear again, and which appeared to set Cow off. I heard grunts and groans, which led to hiccups, which led Cow to fumble with a mouse, presumably in search of a generic fail army video. Now, I believe we must be sympathetic, empathetic, and prophetic when dealing with our friends and loved ones who are in crisis, and that means Cow, not Mateo Lane and that other guy. Well, maybe them too. Which is why Cow is currently quarantined to the jacuzzi in hopes that we can avoid another episodic wave of bovine seizures. Spelling? Now there seems to be several of Cow's relatives lurking about in this paddock. I will just quickly do a rugby goose step sidestep to avoid them. The most frequent viewers of this channel will know, and that means both of you, that Cow's relatives, in-laws, and kinfolk are prodigious beggars, always seemingly in need of a handout. I will have you plural know that I believe a stiff-arm fend, also known as a handoff or fend-off, is a legal tactic with the limitations of that, inasmuch as the fend must be aimed below the shoulders of the opponent. It should look like a push rather than a strike. Contact to the face is considered dangerous play, which perhaps is useful information you plural can use when negotiating moves in a FIRA, Fédération Internationale de Rugby Amateur, sanctioned match, or in the living room scrum in your aunt's tiny microscopic apartment in the now fire-ravaged outskirts of Altadena on a smoggy Christmas Eve. Don't ask me how I know. Anyways, hey now, look here. Now it's a bit dark and I have no idea where this goes. Oh, and down below there is one of those guys, always with the gargling. Well, in his defense, I imagine seaborne creatures and mobs suffer from chronic halitosis, all that briny sea water and such trials and tribulations possessed by a vengeful mouth breather like that guy. Now, where am I and where does this go? Huh? Did you hear something? I believe it's a freaking sky rat again. Phantoms. Blech. Now, I am not certain, but I believe I am safe from attack if I remain under leaf blocks. Now, this is quite a view of what looks to be a village. I will say that I am personally not in favor of villager trading halls. I will say that villagers are overpowered as it is, and confining them in an emotionless state in a nook in a wall seems shockingly inhuman. And I believe Mojang has gone to great lengths to amend all of the AI of said villagers such that they are quite good at finding their beds, workstations, and village centers. Oh, and outrunning mobs. But Minecraft is a sandbox game and everyone is correct to play such as they will. No judgment. Did I say that in a judgmental way? You be the judge, since I am currently consumed with thoughts about where this bridge system is leading me. Now, I suspect it might be too late to turn back, and I don't know if I can remember exactly which bridges to take to get back to the hotel and cow. And what's his name? Have the bridges run out? I don't think it's safe for me to be running around here amongst the freaking mobs. Well, not to worry, look here. The bridge system continues. Now, where was I? I was offending the majority of Minecraft players who build villager trading halls with a clean conscience nonetheless. Now, perhaps I spoke in too harsh of a tone when I extolled upon the misgivings of villager trading halls, or not. Who's to say? Now, this suspended pathway seems to head into this tree. And hey, look, we are going even higher up. And at the top is? Hey now, do you see that? Unless I am wrong, and when has that ever happened to be the case? This seems to be the back door to the portal on the bluff Cow and I in the raft with chest, and what's his name, shape-shifted through when we arrived at this place. It seems like it was just 3 Minecraft days ago, only because it was. Now, look there across the ocean. Do you see another shore there? Now, who left these doors open? Obviously someone who was raised in a barn. The most retentive viewers among you will remember that Cow has intense bone-chilling separation anxiety, and to ease his malaise, I often tell him that someone or something which has been separated from us, in fact, has gone to Belgium. And why Belgium, you may ask? Good question. Why not? Now, there are topics and fields of minds which we do not talk about or tread on this channel. No. It has, nonetheless, come to my attention that it's now possible to rename places whatever the freak someone and his servile, compliant, obsequious enablers want. So, as with heretofore, and inasmuch as Belgium, I suppose, is right on trend. Question mark in Terrobang. Anyways, that certainly looked like Belgium to me. Just saying. Now, I am getting the distinct vibe here and now that there was once upon a time a grand mansion house here atop the bluff. And look here, was/is their swimming pool. I do love a night swim. I will, however, ignore the sketchy block choice for the walls of this heated swimming pool. The breaststroke is a great way to relax one's nerves and to reset one's, chakras? You can't go by me. And now, how to explain this? I hope there are no freaking phantoms lurking about, or have I perhaps outfoxed them? Speaking of which, is Foxy No Tail still making videos? Inquiring minds want to know. Anywho, well now, I believe these were the steps up to the wraparound veranda of the manor house on the bluff. It would appear that not much of it is still standing apart from the flooded foundation and, well, those guys. The freaking creeper! Now, I believe it was Walt Whitman who first said creepers be creepin'. Freaking no-neck monsters. Now, look, this guy's gonna do a reverse 1.5 somersault with 4.5 twists. In case you were wondering, this is considered the most difficult type with a degree of difficulty of 3.7. Freaking creepers. Now look what he did. I'm gonna have to eat some of my golden carrots. Now I don't want to get dive bombed by any more phantoms. And what the jumpin' Bahosaphat is that? As the most frequent viewers of this channel will know, and that means both of you, I am not one to abstain from a mysterious ride vis-a-vis a mysterious minecart. No, and nay. I'm afraid, and click. This is an ominous start. Oh, here we go. Boy, wow, where are we? Uh-oh, this place, what? Now, that was quite a short ride. Now that spectacular minecart ride, while not on par with Wallaby Holland's Untamed, parenthetically, I once brought Cow there and he felt Missilic and blamed me and I felt sad. This cart has, notwithstanding, brought us inside the bowels of this Presidio. Now it appears that there are people here that have quite made themselves at home. Ah, what is this? Now, this is quite ingenious. All you have to do is open the lid and it spits all this stuff right out into your face. Ah, a little bit like Amazon. I do like a free delivery. Ah! No pun or double entendre intended. Now I do feel like Goldilocks and the two hemming and hawing, moaning and groaning annoying villagers. And this lurch guy here, if he asks, "You rang," I'm gonna jump right out of my skin. Now, it's not for me to expose the medical history of others, but if you ask me, and no one did, it appears to me that that guy suffers from either social emotional agnosia or Huntington's disease or a cocktail of both. Now I hope I can get a good night's sleep with that guy giving me the dead in the eye stares. Good night. It's me? It's me? It's me? Well, hey, good morning. Do you ever have dreams you can't remember? I have them all the time. Even when I was young, I didn't remember my dreams. I don't know why that is. Now, it's not like me to give my goodbyes without Cow. I imagine his separation anxiety is at a Spinal Tap 11. But sadly, with that being said, it's time to say my goodbyes. Goodbye.